with Margaret Thatcher is she is a great role model for women in politics overall. She really did break the mould, but she mainly espoused a masculine ideology. Let's not forget that. I mean, very tough on crime, quite a militaristic foreign policy. It wasn't what you call a feminine ideology, if you like, or a more sort of socially liberal ideology. Yeah, she didn't compromise, but bear in mind, let's not forget the UK was in such a mess by the end of that post-war consensus. Winter of discontent. We went to the IMF for a bailout. So I understand compromise, but compromise on what?
Women generally do suffer when it comes to politics internationally, not just the UK, but internationally. I can get people who have admiration for Margaret Thatcher because she's seen as this very principled, steadfast, determined woman who had these fixed ideas.
We shouldn't forget how hard it must have been for her as a woman in what was absolutely, I mean, it still is to a certain extent today, but what was absolutely then an utterly male-dominated world of politics and parliament, barely any women at all when she became an MP, the only woman in Ted Heath's cabinet of 1970. The only way she could survive any length of time as Prime Minister was to, in effect, be more male than the men, to be absolutely strident, to be dominant. And I think she probably was right that was the only way she could survive. She was consistently patronised, she was consistently undermined. The landed gentry of the Tory party thought, used to refer to that bloody woman. She. I mean, even though I don't think she would have ever really talked about kind of misogyny in those kind of terms. She liked having men around her in that sense, and yet here she was as the first woman prime minister. So there's many contradictions about Margaret Thatcher, but I do think we need to recognise that she rose to the top in an absolutely male-dominated political world, and that is a not inconsiderable achievement.